Good evening, aspirants. Welcome to Daily Current Affairs Analysis by Shankar IAS Academy. Today's date is 5th June 2025. So these are the 5 topics we have taken up for discussion in today's video. The first topic about the motion of impeachment against Justice Varma. What are the basics of impeachment procedure and about the monsoon session in the parliament. The second topic is about Axiom 4 mission. Indian astronaut Shubhanshu Shukla is going to International Space Station through Axiom 4 mission. So we are going to discuss the basics of this Axiom 4 mission in this topic. The third one is about Ukraine drone attack in Russia. So Ukraine has launched a huge drone attack in the interior Russia in their important air bases. So we are going to discuss the basics of this drone attack. What are the drones used by Ukraine? The fourth topic is about India's energy sector. So we are going to discuss about the recent developments in India's energy sector. The fifth topic about India-Australia defense ties. Here we are going to discuss about the bilateral defense ties and important military exercises, military agreements between India and Australia. So these are the 5 important topics we are going to discuss in this video. Let us get into the discussion. Now this is an important announcement. A regular batch for GS-PCM coaching in Shankar IAS Academy is going to start on 6th June. The timing will be from 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and a new CSAT batch is going to start on 23rd June. So interested aspirants can enroll in it. Now let us get into the discussion. Now look at this article. The government is planning to bring an impeachment motion in the monsoon session of the Parliament 2025. So this impeachment motion is against Justice Varma, who is a judge of Allahabad High Court. So why this impeachment motion? See, days before, a fire broke out in the Justice Varma's house in Delhi. After the fire, a large amount of undocumented cash is found in his residence. So this raised serious suspicions about corruption. The then Chief Justice of India, Sanjeev Khanna, ordered an in-house inquiry committee. So this in-house inquiry committee looked into the matter, and after investigating, the committee recommended the impeachment procedure of Justice Varma. Justice Varma also refused to resign from his post. So because of this, the current Chief Justice wrote to the Prime Minister and President of India asking them to take the necessary action against Justice Varma. Now the government is preparing to bring an impeachment motion in the parliament, and this impeachment means it is a formal process to remove a judge. So what are the procedures involved in this impeachment? So this is what we are going to see here. The impeachment of judges in India is governed by Article 124 of Indian Constitution. It is also governed by Judges Inquiry Act of 1968. So this process ensures accountability of judges in higher judiciary. This applies both to the Supreme Court judges and High Court judges. In simple terms, if there are any serious allegations against a judge, Parliament can remove them through this detailed parliamentary procedure. In order to begin this impeachment process, a motion has to be signed by 100 members in case of Lok Sabha or 50 members in case of Rajya Sabha. Once a motion is submitted, it is reviewed by the Speaker of Lok Sabha or Chairman of Rajya Sabha, whichever house has submitted the motion. So the Speaker or the Chairman decides whether to admit the motion or not. If the motion is admitted, then the House will set up a 3-member inquiry committee. This 3-member inquiry committee consists of a Supreme Court judge or even the Chief Justice of India. The second one will be the Chief Justice of High Court, and the third one will be eminent jurist. So these 3 form a 3-member inquiry committee. The role of this committee is to conduct a fair and detailed investigation procedure. If the committee finds the judge guilty, the motion is moved to the both houses of Parliament. If the motion is passed by the special majority in both houses, the special majority means total membership of the house and at least 2/3 of the members present and voting. So if both houses passes the motion with a special majority, the President of India formally removes the judge. So this is the impeachment process. First they will admit a motion, the Speaker or Chairman have to approve the motion, and then they will form an 3-member inquiry committee, and then the inquiry committee inquires and submits its report. Based on the report, the houses will vote with a special majority. So this is the entire impeachment process, and it is governed by Article 124 in our Constitution and also by the Judges Inquiry Act. So this is about the basics of impeachment procedure. In case of Justice Varma of this Allahabad High Court, the impeachment procedure was triggered after this finding of large unaccounted cash in his residence. So this created a suspicions about corruptions in his office. So the former Chief Justice already recommended for his impeachment procedure, and the current Chief Justice also wrote to the President and Prime Minister for his formal removal from the office, because the Justice Verma refused to resign from the office. So this is news, and this is the impeachment process. The government is expected to move this impeachment motion during the monsoon session of the parliament. So let us understand this monsoon session. It is a second of the three sessions of the parliament. So regularly there will be three sessions of parliament, and this monsoon session usually held between July to August every year. So according to Article 85 of the Constitution, Parliament must meet at least once every 6 months. So that is why we have three Parliament sessions in a year. So look at this basic information about the composition of High Court and Supreme Court. The High Court dealt with Article 216, consists of Chief Justice and other justice, and the number of judges in the High Court is decided by fixed by the President. The High Court judges retire at 62 years of age. Supreme Court composition is decided by Article 124, and the Chief Justice and up to 33 judges. So totally there are 34 judges in Supreme Court, and they retire at the age of 65 years. So this is about the basic information of composition of High Court, Supreme Court, and we have seen about the monsoon session. So overall there will be three parliamentary sessions: the regular session, and the second session, which is from July to August, is a monsoon session. And in this session only they are going to move this impeachment process of Allahabad High Court Judge Justice Verma. So this is all about this news. Now look at this prelims practice question. Consider the following statements regarding the impeachment of judges in India. The Constitution mandates that a judge of High Court or Supreme Court can be removed by the President only on the recommendation of Judicial Inquiry Committee constituted by the Chief Justice of India. The motion for impeachment must be passed in both houses of parliament by a special majority and requires prior approval of President before being introduced. So which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, neither one nor two. The Constitution mandates a judge of High Court or Supreme Court can be removed by the President only on the recommendation of Judicial Inquiry Committee constituted by Chief Justice of India, not only on the recommendation of Judicial Inquiry Committee, but the whole impeachment procedure after passing of the motion, after the inquiry committee submits its report, and the both houses has to pass it with a special majority. So the first statement is incorrect. The motion for impeachment must be passed in both houses of the parliament by special majority and requires prior approval of President before being introduced. The second statement is also incorrect because it does not require any prior approval of the President. So both statements here are incorrect. So the correct answer is option D, neither one nor two. So with this, let us move on to the next topic. Now look at this news article. Axiom 4 space mission is said to be postponed to June 10, 2025. So this mission is a private space mission which is led by Axiom Space. And this mission will also get support from NASA and SpaceX. It will be launched from the Kennedy Space Center in US. The crew will travel to the International Space Station, and they will use SpaceX Dragon spacecraft. So let us discuss about the basics of this mission here. This mission is very important for India because Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla, who is an Indian Air Force officer and also an ISRO astronaut, and he will be one of the crew member of this mission. So he will be the first Indian to go to International Space Station, and which is a proud moment for India. So this mission will be launched on June 10 this month. Axiom 4 mission includes 4 people, one from US, one from India, Poland, and Hungary. So 4 crew members from these 4 countries will be the part of this mission. While in space, they carry out some 60 science experiments. So this is a experimental mission. 7 of these from India, and they focus on things like how microgravity affects the human body, how algae grow in space, and how the plant seeds behave when they grow in space. So these will be the scientific experiments which will be conducted in this mission during this mission. And the main aim of this mission is to promote the commercial space travel, research and international teamwork. So that is why they have chosen 4 crew members from 4 different nations. So this will also promote the commercial space travel in future. Axiom Space also plans to build a private space station in the future. So this Axiom 4 mission is a step in that direction. So in conclusion, Axiom 4 mission is not just one of the space missions of NASA or ISRO. It shows how countries can work together in space. So with this, let us conclude the discussion. Now look at this MCQ with reference to India's participation in space missions. Consider the following statements. Now look at the first statement. Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla is the first Indian to travel to space. Axiom 4 is a private mission to ISIS launched by SpaceX. The mission includes live interactions from space with students and dignitaries. So the correct answer is option B. Shubhanshu Shukla is the first Indian to travel to International Space Station and not just space. So previously we have Rakesh Sharma traveling to space. So the first statement is incorrect. The second and third statement are correct. So the correct answer will be option B, 2 and 3. So with this, let us wind up the topic and move to the next topic. Look at this news. On Sunday, Ukraine conducted a largest drone attack inside Russia, and this attack was termed as Operation Spiderweb. This attack targeted 4 military airports across Russia and it across the 4 different time zones in Russia. So this is a major drone attack that has created many economic loss and also military loss for Russia. So look at this map and the regions which were targeted. And this Olenia Air Base, Belaya Air Base and Amur, which is near the Chinese border. So these air bases are 1000 to 4000 kilometers from the Ukraine border. So this Ukraine drone attack has hit Russia into their deepest parts, not just on the border. Ukraine used first-person view, that is FPV drones, and they hid it in wooden containers in the trucks and they transported secretly into the Russian territory. So these drones were launched remotely on the first day of attack. These FPV drones are unmanned aerial vehicles which are controlled remotely using a live video feed. So the camera is placed on the drone and the drone is controlled remotely with a live feed on the camera which is on the drone. So the pilots view this feed through the goggles or screens and they give them a first person perspective. So these FPV drones are used to create this attack in the Russia. And Ukraine modified these FPV drones to act as kamikaze units, which means each drone is packed with explosives. And when the drones hit the aircrafts, they flow directly into their enemy targets and they blow up. So this is why they are called as kamikaze drones. These drones are secretly transported into Russia in the wooden container in a vehicle, and the Ukraine operatives were safely removed before the attack. So these drones were used to strike deep inside Russia and they targeted the strategic air bases. So Olenia and Belaya air bases were some of the strategic air bases of Russia, and these bases were attacked by Ukraine. Now look at this MCQ. Small size, low latitude flight path, long distance targeting, cost effective production. How many of the above are the benefits of first person view drones? The correct answer is option D, all the above. So with this, let us conclude the discussion and move to the next topic. Now look at this article. India recently became the 4th largest global economy by overtaking Japan, and the GDP exceeded $4.3 trillion. So this growth has been backed by strong macroeconomic reforms. It includes the reforms in energy sector, which is important to India's development model. The government focus under Modi 3.0 also continues to be on the self-reliance, which is Atmanirbhar Bharat. The government focuses on self-reliance, sustainability and affordability in energy sector. So this article is discussing about the recent developments in India's energy sector. And this is what we are going to discuss in this discussion. Firstly, about the oil and gas production reforms. So India is the third largest energy and oil consumer in the world, and it is also the fourth largest LNG importer. Government is aiming to unlock the 42 billion tons of oil by 2030, doubling the domestic oil and gas production by 2025. The government has also simplified the exploration rules under Open Acreage Licensing Policy (OALP). There is also attractive pricing incentives for the new gas fields. So the government is going to tap the domestic oil and gas resources for the next 5 years. So the plan is to tap most of the domestic oil and gas resources for 2030. Major discoveries have occurred across Mumbai offshore, Cam Bay, Kaveri and Krishna Godavari basin. ONGC have made 75 million tons of oil discovery. Private firms such as Cain, Vedanta, Gale are also advancing in this discovery and extraction process. Next, about the diversification and infrastructure expansion. India's gas pipeline network has grown to 25,000 km, and this should be increased to 33,000 km by 2030. Also, the city gas distribution has expanded to 630 geographical areas. Over 7,500 CNG stations and significant investments in LNG terminals have also been implemented. So this has diversified the CNG and LNG resources across India. Also, about the ethanol blending. The ethanol blending in petrol has improved from 1.5 percentage in 2013 to 11.8 percentage in 2023. So in 10 years, it has increased from 1.5 percentage to 11.8 percentage. So ethanol blending in petrol has also been increasing. The target is to reach 20 percentage ethanol blending by this year, 2025. The compressed biogas policy under SATAT initiative, which which aims about the blending mandates for biodiesel, is also been undergoing. National Green Hydrogen Mission and Green Hydrogen Hubs are made at Kochi and Kandla. So the National Green Hydrogen Mission is also focused on producing more green hydrogen for India's energy sector, and India's commitment to net zero emissions by 2070 is also backed by this clean fuel and electrification process. So National Green Hydrogen Mission is a huge step in this goal. So this is another mains question regarding this topic. Take a look at it. India's rise as global energy power is increasingly driven by reforms, diversification, and strategic innovation. Discuss the recent developments in India's energy sector and their significance in meeting the goals of economic growth, energy security, and sustainability. Here we have to mention about the how India has become a global energy power. So we have to mention about the reforms, diversification process, and the innovation things. So this is the first of the answer, and we should also mention about the significance of this process in meeting our targets, the economic growth, energy security, and also sustainability. How these reforms and diversification have reduced our oil import bill, and how it has contributed to the sustainability, and how it will help us to achieve the net zero emissions. So these are the things we have to discuss in this mains question. So interested aspirants can try to answer this. With this, let us conclude the discussion. Now look at this article. It talks about the bilateral defense ties between India and Australia. Due to the return of Trump in US presidency, it has prompted India and Australia to deepen their defense ties. So this is about the news article. The Chinese assertiveness in Indo-Pacific region has also brought the two countries closer together in terms of defense ties. So we are going to discuss about India-Australia defense ties in this article discussion. Firstly, Australia has a strategic geography. It bridges Indian and Pacific Ocean, so it is a complement for India's maritime interest in Indo-Pacific region. So Australia acts as a bridge between Indian and Pacific Ocean, and India's interest in Indo-Pacific Ocean can be enhanced by Australia. The important defense agreements between the two countries are listed here. The Comprehensive Strategic Partnership 2020. There are 2+2 ministerial dialogues happened in 2021. Mutual Logistics Support Agreement (MLSA) agreement, air-to-air refueling agreement in 2024. So these are the important agreements between India and Australia regarding defense. India and Australia also conduct joint military exercises. Astra Hind, which is an army exercise, AS Index, which is a navy exercise, Pitch Black and Malabar are multilateral military exercises where both countries participate. So these are the important joint military exercises. Now, what can be done for deepening the ties between the two countries? The first important thing is tri-service integration. We have to collaborate Army Air Force between the two countries. Now we are collaborating only the Navy between the two countries. So the tri-service should be integrated properly between the two countries. Next, there should be diplomatic upgrade. The defense advisor rank in Australia should be elevated, which would include all the three services branches and Pacific Island specialist. So we have to engage diplomatically with this tri-service branches of in Pacific Island specialist and also with Australia. Then operational exchanges, institutionalizing the war gaming, classified discussion, staff college fellowship for the ground level insight. Both countries should also collaborate on the naval MRO, joint patrol boat protection for Indian Ocean and Pacific Island nations. India should also establish a defense ecosystem which is similar to IndusX, as this connect Indian and Australian defense startups. Now look at this mains practice question. In the era of shifting global alliances and conditional security guarantees, India's defense partnership with Australia offers a blueprint for middle power collaboration in Indo-Pacific, critically examined. So this is a mains question regarding this topic. Interested aspirants can write the answer and post your answer in the comment section. We will review it. With this, we have come to the end of the discussion. If you like the video, please share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to Shankar IAS Academy YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.